The rain poured like grief from a broken sky. A steady curtain of water blurred the city into gray, washing over sidewalks and strangers alike. Amid the blur of rushing feet and honking horns, she sat alone on the edge of a park bench, soaked to the bone, knees pulled to her chest, face buried in her trembling hands. Nobody noticed her. Nobody cared. Until he did. Michael had taken the long route home that evening. It was a habit he'd formed in recent months since his father's passing, a quiet walk after work through the city, as if walking would somehow lead him back to clarity. His umbrella shielded him from the storm, but nothing shielded him from the storm inside. He almost missed her. Just a silhouette on a bench. But something made him stop. She wasn't just wet, she was unraveling. He stood for a moment, watching. Not out of curiosity, but because something deep in him recognized her pain. Maybe it was in the way she shook, or maybe it was in the way she didn't even try to shield herself from the rain, as if she thought she deserved the misery. He walked over, slowly. Quietly. And then, with nothing but gentle warmth in his voice, he opened his umbrella and said, "You're not alone anymore." She looked up. Eyes red. Lips trembling. The girl beneath the rain had a face that had forgotten how to hope. Her name was Layla, and for the first time in hours, maybe days, she saw someone who wasn't just passing by. He didn't sit next to her at first. He just stood there, shielding her with the umbrella, letting her decide whether he was safe. And after a long, tearful silence, she whispered, "Why are you being kind to me?" Michael knelt down, slowly, careful not to startle her. "Because I've been where you are. And I know how much it hurts to feel invisible." They sat in the rain for nearly an hour. Eventually, they moved to a small coffee shop nearby. She barely spoke at first, just sipped hot chocolate with shaky hands while he watched with quiet patience. Little by little, her story unfolded. Layla had come to the city 2 years ago, chasing dreams of art school and freedom. But life in the city was cruel. Her scholarship had fallen through, her part-time job barely paid enough for rent, and worst of all, her mother, her only anchor, had died unexpectedly 6 weeks ago. "I don't know who I am anymore," she confessed. "I don't know why I'm even here." Michael didn't try to fix her. He didn't offer clichés. He just listened. And when she finally fell silent, he said something simple, yet powerful. "Then let's find out together." In the days that followed, Michael became her lifeline. Not a savior, he had his own demons, but a friend who showed up, every day, like a steady heartbeat in a world gone silent. He helped her find a grief support group. He brought her sketch pads and colors when he discovered she hadn't painted in months. And when she broke down in the middle of a grocery store one night, overwhelmed by a memory of her mother, he held her like the storm would never touch her again. It wasn't always perfect. Sometimes she pushed him away. Sometimes he pulled back, afraid of crossing invisible boundaries. But day by day, trust bloomed. And so did something else. One late spring evening, nearly a year after they first met, Layla held an art exhibit in a small downtown gallery. Her paintings weren't just beautiful, they were raw, emotional, and real. Each canvas told a story of grief, healing, and unexpected hope. At the center of the exhibit was a piece titled Rain. It was a painting of a girl on a bench, crying in the storm, and a man holding an umbrella over her, his face barely visible, his presence quiet but powerful. Michael stood beside her as guests admired the work. He didn't need words. But she whispered anyway, "You saved me." He shook his head gently. "No, Layla. You saved yourself. I just reminded you that you could." That night, they walked home together beneath the same umbrella that had brought them together. The city lights danced in puddles, and the storm that had once broken her now felt like a memory painted in softer colors. Layla looked up at Michael. "Do you still take the long way home?" she asked with a quiet smile. He laughed. "Only when I'm hoping to find something beautiful." She leaned her head on his shoulder. "Then let's keep walking."